Good morning, everyone. This is Ben back again, and now I'm back for another video in which, for today, I'm going to, since as we know, since Halloween is around the corner, it's now in 3 days from now, I think, because today's Monday and Halloween is this Thursday. I figure because of that, and since this is time of the year, I'm going to now re-show you guys my horror movies, which, as you can see, it has updated quite a little bit significantly compared to before. So, of course, I also decided, because I didn't do this in the last time I did this, I decided to include some titles that are, that I didn't actually know at the time. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but like other horror movies or ones that are considered horror that I have always had, but I didn't include them just because, I don't know, like I wasn't really thinking of them. But since, like, well, I'll probably get to it. I'll talk about it, and you'll see what I mean. But there are some ones that I forgot that I didn't get to include because I didn't know at the time, or like I forgot. So that's just kind of a way to, I guess, sum it up or something. So anyways, let's get on with the video here. First up, we have Jaws, which is the original Jaws from 1975. This can be considered a horror film, and I've always had this, so I think I didn't think of it at the time. Maybe because I didn't consider it something, but anyways, for features, it has over 75 minutes of bonus features, which includes a documentary of introduction by Steven Spielberg, spotlight on location, the making of Jaws, deleted scenes and outtakes, and original theatrical trailers. Here's tape 1, which has the movie, and then tape 2, which has the features. So that's Jaws. Next up, we have Halloween, which is the original one from 1978. This is a former Blockbuster This is a Blockbuster exclusive release. So this is what it looks like. Next up, we have Alien, which is the original. This too I didn't show before, but here it is. I also have Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection, which both of those do count, but I'm not going to show those. I just wanted to mention them, that I do have them, so that's all there is to say about Alien. The Lost Boys, which is from 1987. Scary by Ron Bass of Toronto Star. Sleek Sexy by David Yates of Newsweek. And Hit by Karen James of the New York Times. A hip comic twist on classic vampire stories by Karen James of New York Times. I think that's the same reviewer, but just different words. You got the label, and then the print date is a reprint from March 18th, 2001. Next up, we have Silence of the Lambs, which is from 1991. Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, and Scott Glenn. Yep. This is one of the most iconic horror films ever. This also won the Best Picture Oscar of 91. I also have its sequels, Hannibal and Red Dragon, which both of those I'm going to show later. So, next up we have Hocus Pocus with Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. A very, very funny 10 by KCOP-TV Los Angeles. This is more of a Halloween-based movie. It's not really a horror film per se, but I figure since it is based on set around Halloween, figure might as well show it. Bette's back doing what she's doing best by 60-second preview. So there's the label for this one, and print dates. This is definitely a reprint, because the two print dates on here are September 15th, 1999, but the bottom one says September 12th. Pretty interesting. Next up, we have The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis. This includes a conversation with M. Night Shyamalan, the director of this movie, interviews with the cast, and rules and clues. Nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of 1999, which we know American Beauty won of that year. Here's the label. Print date is September 10th, 2001. Printed just exactly a day before our world was changed forever because of, you know, the Twin Towers being hit by, you know, planes controlled by terrorists, and then also the Pentagon and stuff being hit, you know, the 9/11 attacks. So, anyways, moving on, we have Sleepy Hollow. This is with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. This is a Tim Burton film. Sleepy Hollow is a Marvel, bold, exciting, and full of visions by Jeff Giles of Newsweek, an American classic by Joel Steele, Good Morning America, and an ultimate Tim Burton movie by Kenneth Terrain of Los Angeles Times. You got the label, and that's all there is to say about Sleepy Hollow. Next up, we have What Lies Beneath, which is from 2000. This is a Robert Zemeckis film with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. First Class Thriller by Dennis Cunningham, WCBS TV. Spine Tingling by Michael Wilmington of Chicago Tribune, and Does for Bathtubs What Psycho Did for Showers by Lou Lumenick of New York Post. Yep. This came out the same year as Zemeckis did Castaway, which came out later that year, and it was also made by the same studios as well. DreamWorks, Fox, 20th Century Fox, and Image Movers. Print date is December 20th, 2000, which coincidentally was printed 2 days before Castaway came to theaters. So, yep. Anyways, next up we have Hannibal. This is the sequel to The Silence of the Lambs, which I mentioned earlier, with Anthony Hopkins reprising his role as Hannibal Lecter, except Julianne Moore replaces Jodie Foster's role as Clara Starling. There is a review there, but I'm not going to read it because this is a former Blockbuster rental, so that's all there is to say about this one. Okay. Next up, we have Donnie Darko with Jake Gyllenhaal, Jenna Malone, Drew Barrymore, Patrick Swayze, and Noah Weil. 4 stars, It'll Knock You Flat by Jan Stewart of Newsday. Some people can consider this a horror movie, even though this is more of a psychological thriller, so I figured I might as well show this. An all-star cast in a classic psychological thriller by CompuServe. And then there's these features which include the commentaries and featurettes, but I'm not going to read them in full detail. So, if that's okay with you. So anyways, you got the disc right there. Then we have the chapter search on the back here, which you're more welcome to read it. Pause and read it. Here's Signs with Mel Gibson. This is another M. Night Shyamalan movie. A suspense-filled Twilight Zone thriller by Good Morning America, a dazzling white knuckler by Rolling Stone, thrilling, frightening, and heartbreaking, funny, and deeply moving. You will have to see it twice by CNN. And it's easy for a filmmaker to blow up the world, but what Shyamalan does is much riskier. He tries to blow our minds. I was engaged by every inch of science by Richard Roeper of Ebert and Roeper. Print date is November 21st, 2002. I'm going to put these in a separate stack just to avoid all those tapes falling. Here's Red Dragon. I mentioned this earlier when I showed Silence of the Lambs. So here it is. This is the third film in the Hannibal Lecter series after Hannibal. This again has Anthony Hopkins, but this time Edward Norton, Ray Fiennes, Harvey Keitel, Emily Watson, Mary Louise Parker, and Philip Seymour Hoffman co-star. Brilliant, darkly seductive by Richard Corliss of Time, and the most chilling, heart-pounding thriller by... I can't read the reviewer of who did that, but that's okay. Fox TV says this is a suspenseful masterpiece, and Jack Matthews of the New York Daily News says this is a critically acclaimed movie that returns to the Silence of the Lambs form. Got the label, and then that's that. Next up, we have The Haunted Mansion, which is the original Haunted Mansion movie from 2003 with Eddie Murphy. Because, you know, there's the one that came out last year with Owen Wilson and Danny DeVito. But this is the original. Hilarious by Marcus Allen of UPN TV. And it has these features here, which include bloopers, deleted scenes, Raven Superstition music video, Haunted Mansion virtual tour, Making the Mansion documentary, or behind the scenes featurette, an Anna Eva scene, Ghost in the Graveyard, audio commentary with producer Don Hahn, Jay Red, visual effects producer, and David Berenbaum, writer. then has these DVD-ROM features and stuff. Got the disc right here, and then we have the chapter search here, and then on then it has the stuff down the back. It advertises Ghosts of the Abyss on DVD, which I have. White Noise with Michael Keaton. This is from 2004. Features: it has terrifying deleted scenes, hearing disbelieving actual EVP sessions, witnessed a live filming of chilling real-life EVP recording sessions, then making contact EVP experts discover the strange history and extraordinary achievements of EVP through the experiences of leading authorities and recording the afterlife at home, a fascinating, chilling guide to making your own EVP recordings. This comes in a slipcover. So here's the back of that, and here's what the disc looks like, and then other ads on DVD, other ad for other movies on DVD, or other Universal movies on DVD. Let's see if I can try to. Hold on one second. I gotta. There we go. Hard to do this with one hand, but that's fun. That's it is what it is. Got two more left. Next up, we have the Skeleton Key, which is from 2005. Kate Hudson. Melanie Moon at WBTV says this is one of the best twists since The Sixth Sense, and for features has Kate Hudson's ghost story. Exploring voodoo, hoodoo, behind the locked door, making the skeleton key, Blues in the Bayou, audio commentary of director Ian Softly, I don't know how you say his last name, and much more. You got the disc, and then we have the other stuff on DVD, and then on the back it advertises Medium. It was some show on NBC. I never heard of that, but anyways, finally, last but not least, we have Orphan, which is from 2009. Superbly crafted thriller with a jaw-dropping twist by Jeff Craig, a 60-second preview, and for features it has additional scenes including a chilling alternate ending. Yep. Leonardo DiCaprio was the producer on this movie, and then yep, that's all there is to really say about this. So here's the disc right here. Okay, so that is it for my horror movie collection 2024 edition video, and I'll see you again. I have another video planned, probably maybe on Halloween Day, or the day before Halloween, probably likely Halloween Day, which is this Thursday. How sometimes, or for the most part, I would usually do like a kind of a video at the end of the month, and then at the beginning of the month, just how I like doing it. So I might probably do another video then. Otherwise, if not, then the 30th or something, depending on it, how I am. So anyways, that is all for today, and I'll see you again soon.